What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and we have the arrival of Emma Frost's new uniform, which looks pretty damn amazing, except for the hat thing. That's a little too extravagant for my cup of tea, but the rest of this uniform looks absolutely amazing. This is a gorgeous uniform, and there really isn't a whole lot to this update. They did add a few nice little things in here. For example, the bonus mission here where you can actually spend, a certain amount of crystals. If you're willing to spend 12,000 crystals, you can get 2 books. You can get the uniform ticket, the mega rank up ticket, and so on. And right now they have a 40% discount on all the uniforms in the game. So if you do have some crystals lying around, you do want to buy some uniforms that you actually need for your characters, this would be the time to do it because you can actually double dip. This is actually quite nice. And we also have the faction battle, which is pretty cool. You can come in here and you can actually gain some rewards. Let me back up a little bit. You can actually gain some rewards in here, which is nice, right? It's nice to get some free rewards. So I'm really happy to see that. We also have the new event mission where you can get some tokens and maybe get some of these boxes, and maybe if you're lucky you'll get a CTP. More than likely you probably won't, but it's not, it's still nice because there's still free rewards in this thing. So it's actually pretty damn cool. But the primary focus of this video is Emma Frost. Now, I've only played with her for a little bit and she's still at tier 2. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm just going to show you guys a quick little damage comparison between this uniform and the Phoenix 5 uniform, just to show you how much stronger she is. And they did do a lot for her in this new uniform. They increased her energy attack from a uniform effect from 10% to 20%, which is nice, right? She's gaining an extra 10% from the Phoenix 5 uniform. They also increased this activation rate chance up. Now it's 50% chance, whereas before it was a 35% chance to apply incapacitation. So it's going to be a little bit better for PvP in that respect. And then they changed a few things about her passives and her skills. So now she does all mind damage. And her tier 2 passive, gives her penetrate everything. 60% chance to penetrate everything, which is awesome, guys. Because it's in her passive, whatever skill she's using, she has a 60% chance to penetrate, which is awesome. It's going to make her a lot better for PvP. And then she has an increase in mind damage by 50%, which is scaling her damage big time in this uniform. Her 4-star passive gives her a 40% increase of HP. This is going to make her a lot better for PvP and PvE. And to be honest, guys, so far from what I'm seeing, I think she's going to be a very, very well-rounded character. Probably good for PvE and PvP. And she also has increased guaranteed dodge rate by 30%, which is going to add her survivability in both PvP and PvE. And then, of course, the increased skill damage and bonus damage. That is nice. The 1 really doesn't have a lot to offer. The 2 does give her immunity to all damage for 2 seconds. And it is on a low cooldown, right? And that will help her in PvP. It will, because it's on long cooldown and having the immunity. Now, if your opponents have penetration, it's probably not going to help very much at all. And then third skill, they changed quite a bit to this thing. So they gave her ignore iframe on this, which already signifies PvP. But they also gave her damage accumulation on this skill. 0.5% really isn't that high, but after you play with this character, you'll find that she's pretty damn strong, at least so far from what the testing I've done at tier 2. She does get the all basic attack by 30%. She's always had an increased energy attack by 30% in the Phoenix 5 uniform, so that's not really no extra buff there. And then she has a decreased basic damage received by 85%. This is something she also always had, but because they gave her 40% extra HP, right? And she's going to have that decreased damage received. She's going to be pretty difficult. And also this third skill is an iframe. So it's an iframe with ignore iframe. And that can be extremely powerful in this game, along with that extra HP that she has for PvP. And actually be really good PvE as well. And then her 4th skill gives her the all defense down that only stacks up to 35% and applies paralysis that works in regular boss and has invincibility. The invincibility is nice because you won't get guard broken during that 3-second invincibility from null. And also because she has super armor on her 3rd skill, this lasts for 10 seconds, guys. It's going to be up all the time. She's not going to get guard broken from null. That's freaking awesome. She won't get knocked back. And then her 5th skill does give her 20% attack buff, which is something she didn't have before, and the 30% recovery of heal. And on top of that, they even have a charm. So when you're playing a regular world boss, you'll get the 30% recovery heal, but you also get another built-in heal from that charm. That is actually quite strong, and her skills are so beautiful. Like when you look at this girl's skills, look at that 5, and you get the heal almost immediately, which is awesome. And by the way, you can cancel the 5 immediately, and then you get the 4th skill. This thing is cool. Look at this thing. It brings down, looks like a fountain. Isn't that cool? Right? That surrounds the opponent. That is dope, man. There's the second skill. She does a little stomp. Kind of reminds you of Sue Storm and Red She-Hulk. The one, that's the same as what it's always been. And then the third skill. Now, so far from what I've seen, you can cancel the third skill immediately and get your attack buff, get your accumulation automatically, right, and everything. But if you cancel immediately, you won't get the residual damage from it. This is going to be something mainly for PvP. But the 5, you can cancel that thing immediately, which is awesome, guys. You'll get the charm, everything from it. Now, the rotation is pretty much the same as it always was. It looks like you're just going to go 3, 5, 4. You'll get all the residuals from the 5. You get the accumulation from the 3 and everything all at once. And her tier 3, we'll just turn the SFX on really quick here. Let's see if I can find it. Let's take a look at her tier 3. Pretty sick, pretty sick, pretty sick. Goes in dime form, then slams down. Now, let me show you something that's pretty cool about her tier 3. We haven't even talked about the stat bumps that the tier 3 actually gives. Whoops, wrong one. So we'll just run through this rotation again here. Now, you can't cancel the 1 immediately, which kind of sucks. So it's going to make it difficult to do your tier 3 as often as you really want to. If you could cancel the 2 and the 1, it would be a little bit faster. But let me show you something that's pretty damn awesome, right? So you can cancel your tier 3 immediately. Look at this. All right? And if you notice, the tier 3 is still operating, right? That is sick. That is sick. That's going to add to her damage tremendously because you're actually going to get all the residual damage from the tier 3 on top of the residual damage from the 5, the accumulation from the 3, the damage from the 4, all at once. And her tier 3, well, come out here. I hate it when it goes all the way out of the picture there. But her tier 3 does give her an increased all attack by 30%. This lasts for 20 seconds, guys. This is going to be up. Like after she does her tier 3 the first time, it's going to be up until you do your tier 3 again. It's going to be up almost all the time. And you get an increased basic damage by 50% for 2 attacks. Right? So whenever you cancel, you're going to actually get this extra damage proc by 50% when she's at tier 3. The remove all debuff is actually really nice. And so is the invincibility. And she has ignore target dodge rate by 80%. So whenever she does her tier 3, you're going to have pretty much enough ignore dodge to take down Null. It's actually quite insane. So let me show you guys. Well, let me just show you the build really quick. She has 30,000 energy attack. The stats suck, guys. Max attack speed, critical rate's low. Critical damage is terrible at 160%. Max ignore defense, max skill cooldown. Right? She just has 5-star Urus on her. And all of her skills are at 6. She just has a stage 6 power of Angry Hulk set. And then she just has the fire damage obelisk, guys. Right? So this little comparison I'm going to show you, the fire damage obelisk is actually going to benefit the Phoenix 5 uniform more than it ever would this thing, right? We're not scaling her elemental up at all by having this obelisk on her. And then her uniform is just at normal. So let me show you a quick little damage comparison between these two uniforms against Cole. All right? So I'll show you guys how much damage she does without any strikers with the newest uniform. This is pretty crazy. She has some pretty insane burst damage. We haven't even talked about the artifact yet. All right, here we go. So literally, it's going to be 3, 5, 4, right? And that proc engages. And that proc didn't engage. Now, that is something that is kind of a downfall for her. The proc won't engage sometimes, which is kind of annoying. And look at that damage, man. When that proc engaged, it was just plowing, right? And actually, if the proc lands a little bit early, there we go, there we go. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that damage, man. There we go, there we go. Nice, nice. Look at how fast she's melting these bars, right? She can do like 3 to 4 bars in one rotation. And because she's got that charm, she's going to take Cole out of this. Okay, where's the 3? And now her survivability is just tenfold, right? Because of the 30% recovery heal, because of the decreased damage received. Like, I'm not even using the 2 and the 1, which I could use. There we go. And she goes into an iframe, right? Look at how fast. By the way, guys, I've done this in 50 seconds. I've actually done this in 50 seconds because the proc actually landed early, right? But she got down to the second bar in about 1 minute. Now let me show you the difference here. We'll go back. We'll slap on this thing here, right? And now her damage is actually going to get scaled up from that obelisk because we have fire damage on this thing. Watch this. And you're going to see immediately the difference here. So we do like 3 or 4 bars with the newest uniform in 1 rotation. Look at how much we do now. Yeah. Huge, 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 huge difference. Look at this. Now, that is an insane difference in her damage output. Insane. Look at this. She isn't even doing 1 full bar in this uniform, whereas with the newest one, she can do about 3 to 4 bars in 1 rotation. I don't think I need to go any further. You guys can see the damage difference. It's absolutely nuts. Oh, right? Now, let's go ahead and equip this uniform back on her. All right, and show you the kind of buff she's going to get on her tier 3. So whenever you try to advance her to tier 3, you can see her energy attack goes up by another 11,000 on my account. That is a lot. Her physical defense goes up by 3,000. Her energy defense goes up by another 3,000. And her HP jumps up by almost 20,000. I think about 18,000 HP, which is crazy, guys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to advance her to tier 3. So we can just watch this all together. Oh, yeah. Nice. Nice, man. That is sick. Sick. I love it. Love it. Beautiful, right? So let's go ahead and take our uniform to Mythic really quick here. If this thing ever loads. Takes a little bit, evidently. Okay. For my waifu here, I really wanted to take care of her, especially when I saw how much damage she could actually do just at tier 2. So the first uniform option is Scarlet Witch's uniform, which is unfortunate. That's outdated. The next one is Blade. That's terrible. That sucks. The next one's Luna. This is outdated, but a lot of people are going to have that uniform. The next one here is Nightcrawler. That's bad. And then the next one is Spider-Man Miles Morales, who is an Awakening and a lot of people don't even use. So her options aren't really the greatest, unfortunately. I mean, this here is the best option because a lot of people are already going to have this uniform. But if you're a newer player, you're not going to have it. I'm not going to change any of these stats right now, guys. But let's see what she can do right now, just having her tier 3 with this crap build that I have on her. So we'll jump into World Boss here. We'll go against Null. And we'll just go against Stage 9. And we'll just use her leadership. We'll take out Ebony and just slap in another grunt. And see how much damage she does just on her own, right? And we're just going to use her ignore target dodge rate from her tier 3, right? She's not going to have any ignore dodge whenever we run through her regular skills. So Null will be dodging this first attack here. Okay. Not too shabby. Remember, Null's dodging a lot of those attacks. Okay, so now we should be able to use our tier 3. Ooh, that hurt. That hurt. That hurt. And not too shabby. We'll go ahead and get caught in the cage here. Not too shabby. And remember, her stats are complete crap, right? This is just a solo all by herself. I probably should have tried doing the... Okay, the tier 3 wasn't ready, so we had to go 3, 5, 4. And this isn't an exact rotation. I could throw in the skill, some extra skills here. There we go. And... okay, not too shabby. I don't know why I tried moving away from that. There's really no need to when you got heals and decreased damage received like she has. Ooh, that hurt. That kind of hurt. So, I mean, with this crappy build, she's easily going to do the first phase in the amount of time that we need her to. The other thing I'm noticing that's really nice is that because her 5 is an iframe, she doesn't get hit by those tentacles. That's actually pretty sweet. So, I mean, this is just a little preview of what she can do. And guys, listen, man, her critical damage is only at 160%, right? She has a long way to go. This obelisk is complete crap on her. Her damage looks really respectful, but I'm going to have to do some further testing with a better build, maybe compare her to some other characters that I have built up to see just how strong she is. And before I forget to mention this, she also has this artifact. Now, I don't put a lot of stocks in artifacts because these things are extremely hard to get. And we'll go over this one here. There we go. These things are very hard to get, but this thing here reflects 35% of basic damage received, right? Regardless of the attacker's defense effects. And this is actually even better than like Silver Surfer's passive. This is crazy that she can reflect that much damage. So if you have this, it's going to make her a lot better for PvP. But really, I think even without it, she'll probably be pretty decent in PvP. So I will build her up and test her in PvE and PvP to see just how strong she is, how much potential she actually has in both of these game modes. But Emma's looking pretty spicy so far, man. I do think she has a tremendous amount of PvP potential. And I do think she's going to be good in PvE. Is she going to be a top tier in PvE? I don't know, man. It really remains to be seen. I need to really build her up and test her against other characters to see how she fares against them. But I'm pretty happy with her so far. But this is an expensive uniform to level up. You know, I had to spend 40 American dollars to get that mega uniform ticket. If you don't do it that way, then you got to come into the store and you got to queue up a bunch of her bios. And right now, these things are on sale. You can queue it up right now. So, you know, they're for 1,000 and you can get 160 bios for 1,000 crystals, which can get pretty damn expensive whenever you're leveling up a uniform. So far, I'm pretty happy with it, but I need to do further testing to really have an accurate assessment of what I really think about it. So let me know what y'all think about Emma so far and what you would like to see next. You know, do you want to see PvP or PvE next? And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.